Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Heart Breathings. Over the course of the next week or so, I'm going to be uploading a bunch of videos of basically my 2021 planner setups. And the first one is my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. So this is going to be my wallet carry and budgeting planner, and I've got a few beautiful stickers that I ordered from Boulder Bond during, I think, Black Friday sales. And I'm going to be using a few different papers and things to set it up. So I have these wallets. These are leather wallets from Kikki K that I got last year when I thought they were going out of business. And so I bought probably way too much stuff. Luckily, they did not go out of business, but I used this mint colored one for most of the year, and I just slip my cards in the front and then slip the Hobonichi Weeks into the back pocket there. Obviously, I had big plans to use this as I would track my finances and take notes as we went out to restaurants and stuff like that, and it barely got used at all this past year because of COVID. But I'm hopeful that 2021 is going to be a little bit more normal. So last year I had the shell pink cover, and it was more of a fabric-y sort of, I don't know, canvasy type feel, and it got dirty even though I wasn't using it a ton. This year I had wanted to get the teal colored one, and it sold out way too fast on JetPens and I just wasn't able to. So I ended up buying this hot pink Mega, which is, I don't know if they call it the sneaker version or what, but it's a very soft cover one. And so I wanted to protect it a little bit and make it a little bit more sturdy. So I did buy the clear cover on cover. And as you can see, that pink and white polka dotted paper that I have behind the planner right now, I have slipped that paper into the cover on cover to kind of give it a little bit of pop. And I've kind of gone with some more candy colored covers and stickers and things like that to really kind of make this look a little bit prettier and set it up the way I want. So these stickers here are from Boulder Bond, and you can see I'm like pulling these like, I don't know, they don't quite fit. These last little stickers, they don't fit along the bottom, they don't fit along the top, and I couldn't figure out where they're supposed to go, so I ended up not using those. But I am basically just covering up the months. This is obviously not something that you need to do, and I am not great at always keeping them exactly straight. So you'll see that I pulled them off a few times and repositioned, but they are super cute, and it just adds that little bit of color. And then I have matching side tabs that match the color scheme. So that kind of brings it all together with that candy pink. And I'm excited to use this black Kikki K wallet because I haven't used it before. But basically, the way I plan to use this planner is to take it out with me pretty much everywhere I go and mark down expenses as I have them. So I'm actually going to set up my weeks. I'm not going to do anything super fancy or a ton of decorating or anything like this. This is mostly just a functional planner. I'm setting it up to look as cute as possible here at the beginning of the year, but the maintenance for it each week shouldn't be too much. I'm going to keep an ollie clip on the week that we're in, and then as I spend money at the grocery store or out at Michael's or, you know, out at dinner or whatever, I will just make a note of everything that I spent and any money that is also coming in. I'm going to track it here, and then in the pages in the back of this planner, this is the Mega, so it has extra notes pages. I will keep track of my budget. Here for these pages, this is a yearly overview, and I don't typically use it in the weeks. So I bought these printables from Anna Jolene Printables and printed on sticker paper. And luckily it's like removable matte because I really struggled, you can see here, to get this on the Hobonichi Weeks because this is Tomo River paper and it's really thin and it curls up if you put stickers on and have to remove them. That My Life in Pixels sticker went on really easily, but the notes page one really struggled with it, but it looks fine now. But the Life in Pixels I'm planning to use as a habit tracker for my budgeting and any no spends that I'm going to do. And then this front page is just purely decorative. So it has like the Hobonichi word written over and over in these letters here. So I have used some Hello Kitty scrap paper and I just measured it out and then I cut it down the middle so that it'll fold better. And then I'm using this is removable adhesive, because I know that the way I am, I always like to switch things out. So I figure I probably will want to switch out this paper and the look of things later. And you can see that I had to replace my tape because it ran out. And I also did a little bit of laminating and have come back to keep recording. So I added that sort of front decoration there with just some simple Hello Kitty scrapbooking paper. Then I took a couple other scrapbooking papers that I had gotten at Michael's, this pink polka dot one and the cotton candy one, and I laminated them, and I'm going to use those as well as some of these Coffee Monsters Co. die cuts in the front to kind of decorate the planner itself. So you'll see me kind of cutting these out and decorating, the wallet. So I'll be doing that here, and you'll see some of these other die cuts like the crystals and all of that are not actually going into this planner. Those are going to go into my Hobonichi cousin, which I haven't even actually set up yet because I'm still waiting on a couple things from Etsy, but that's going to be my tarot sort of spiritual journal every night. And this week's is very functional. So two very different purposes for my two Hobonichi planners this year. So yeah, I'm just using these just scrapbook papers that are laminated to decorate and add some color to the front of the planner. Nothing, like I said, too fancy, but I will just take the front of this and I'm going to add it to that cover and then I'll slide it into the wallet. Next, what I'm going to do is add the tabs. So I'm speeding this up even more. I tried my best, and every single year I feel like this is like the biggest struggle for me is to get these tabs on exactly straight. And even though I'm lining them up with that clear line on the Hobonichi, they still don't come out 100% straight. But I love these colors, and thank goodness these Boulder Bond stickers are very removable, and they're very, they're not very flimsy. So I've ordered some tabs. I think the ones I used back in 2018 were super flimsy, and so if I tried to move them, they just tore the page and tore in half themselves. So highly recommend, if you struggle with tabs and adding them the same way I do, to get sturdy ones, because this was nice to have some sturdy tabs. So these monthly tabs are just showing me kind of where the month begins in the weekly section. And then, like I said, there is a monthly section in the Hobonichi weeks as well. And there's also all of these notes pages in the back. So there were a few little tabs on this sticker sheet that were empty. So I put one as notes, and then I'm giving it time to dry. And I'm using some more of these printables that I got from Anna Jolene Printables here, or over on Etsy. This one, again, I struggled, and you can see when I pull it up, it just makes everything curl up, but that is okay because it works out in the end. But this is basically a big yearly habit tracker that goes through each month, and I'm actually going to use it instead of as a habit tracker. I'm going to use it as a overall income tracker. So I'm going to have a little savings section here. This is another Boulder Bond sticker, this little savings jar, which I thought was so cute with the purple bow. So I'm going to be tracking how much money we're putting into savings, because we have purchased land and we are going to be building a house in 2021, and hopefully we'll be moving in by fall. So I'm definitely going to be doing more no spends and using up the supplies and planner stuff that I already have, and not buying as much in 2021 so that I can, afford the new house and hopefully set it up with really cool new office and new furniture when we get there. So because saving is going to be such a huge thing for us in the new year, getting ready for the new house and all the other things, I have decided to make that a pretty big focus. I was planning to use an EC monthly planner for this, and now I've decided just to put everything in this Hobonichi week so that my wallet and my budget is all here together. So what I'm doing is I created a little guide. I counted out all of the grid spaces, and I've created a little guide with this blue post-it note so that I can section it out. So I'm going to create basically quarterly sections here. So page 1 here is a little quarterly start. So I'll have January, February, and March, and then a quarterly recap. And basically this will be an overview section where I can say, how much money did I earn, how much money did we spend, how much money did we save. So this will be definitely just a kind of at a glance, how did we do, with a recap of a little bit of journaling to say how I felt it went over the course of the amount of time that we were working on it and getting ready for the house. There, I just added that little notes tab since it's dried, and you'll see, unfortunately, I'm using this Sharpie S gel pen, which I really love those. And I love these pens, but I honestly did the best I could to try to make sure that the stickers and the lines were dry before I turned the page and everything. And you'll see that I still ended up with some transfer there of the lines to other pages. So not perfect, but it still came out really cute. And on the pages after this, I'll set up my actual monthly budget each time. But here's a quick flip through. So you have the jar and then Q1, Q2, Q3 on the same page, and then Q4 here. And then the monthly budgets will go after that. I haven't really done much with these actual monthly spreads either in the past. So this time I bought just the January kit from Boulder Bond because I thought it was cute and it's my birthday month. So I am going ahead and using this kit to set up the monthly. So how this will play into my budget again is probably just going to be an overview of how much I spent each day. I also had thought about maybe using this as a sort of when I ordered online things, like an online order tracker, and that might be a good way. If you use a Hobonichi Weeks for a financial plan or for a budgeting planner, I would love to hear how you use the monthly. This might also just be a tracker. Actually, maybe a bill tracker would be the best way to use this one. So yeah, as I'm talking through it, I'm thinking, maybe even though most of our big bills are auto debited from our account, it might still be worthwhile to track those main bills when they're coming out and to track my income, because each of the vendors for self-publishing, as well as like Teachable and different things, they pay at different times. So it's not like I get a normal paycheck where I'm getting paid on the first of the month or something like that. All of these come like 30 days or they have a certain kind of timeline, and Apple Books and Google Play Books pay faster than Kindle and things like that. So it might be a good idea, I think, to use that monthly spread for bills and when I expect to get paid. So here I'm actually taking in the Hobonichi planners, they start in December for their monthly calendar here. So I decided to reuse those pages or cover them up. So I printed out a couple more of those lined pages on sticker paper from the Anna Jolene printables, and I just put it there in the December to reclaim those pages. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them, but when I am setting up my January budget, I may use that for kind of like some goals for the year. So you can see how nicely this slid right into that cover on cover, and then it slides right into the very back of the planner. I'm just putting some of these extra stickers into the planner. I was thinking about putting them in that zipper pocket, but they don't quite fit. I might end up trimming them so that I can put them in the zipper pocket, because I'm afraid on the back of this, the way I have them here, they're gonna end up getting like the stickers will come off or get damaged. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this. I can't remember, I'll go and look up, but I can't remember where I got these little bookmark inserts, but I will see if I can leave a link, and I'll leave a link to as many of these things down below as I can. But this is the basic setup. I'm just adding, all the Hobonichi Weeks come with this tiny little pocket. So I put it onto not the very back, but the last page. I can't remember where I got those little bookmarks that say today and this week, and I will try to find a link as well as links to everything I've used here that I can. But basically, this is the setup that I have so far. I will be doing an actual January budget that I don't have in there yet, but this is the setup. So I've got the Hello Kitty paper there in the front. And then you'll see I just used those stickers. I don't know what I'm going to use that blank box there for. Maybe just like a yearly tally of the income as it comes in. The Life in Pixels, I'll be tracking no spends and things. And then I have those extra notes pages. I also have my January spread that I said I'm pretty sure now, after talking through, I will use as a bill tracker and any extra like dates of when income is expected to come in. And then you've got the weekly spreads, which are not decorated yet. I'm not sure how much decorating I will do on those, but there I'll be tracking things as they come up, like money as I spend it. Then I'll have my income tracker, my savings tracker pages here that will be kind of an overview of the budget. And then in the back pages of this planner, all these megas, I'll be taking notes on different things that we're going to buy for the new house and actually setting up my monthly budget each month. So I took Jordan Page's Budget Bootcamp, and that course was super helpful in learning how to set up a budget that will work for our family and help us save. I think a lot of it is based on some of the Dave Ramsey type stuff, but it's her own version of it. And she's a mom with like, I don't know, 8 kids, I think she has. So I was really enjoying her advice and her course on that. So I highly recommend that class if you ever get a chance to take it. So I have this really pretty sparkly glitter ollie clip, and when I get my weeks set up for the budget, I will be putting that in so that I can just easily find the page. So if I'm at the grocery store and I'm checking out, I'll be able to just easily find what page I'm on so I can mark down how much I spent. And that is such an easier way for me to track my expenses than if I am trying to just track it from my online bill pay. So for me, paper planning always wins. But I hope you enjoyed this setup. There will be lots more setups coming up and hopefully updates on how I'm using them throughout the year. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, and I will be seeing you guys in more videos coming up. Bye.